Hello, everybody. Sarcoth Haven here. Welcome back. I am going to do another tutorial. This time it's going to be on the advanced flight for dumbasses. And what we're going to do is we are going to be using FTL here. It looks like my FTL is still on from when I did the basic one. So I'm also that means all we gotta do here is click on nav. Now, what I did here is before I did a scan in the beginner one, and there were no clouds there. But what I decided to try was I logged off and I rebooted the server, and now I did a new scan and they were there. So basically, I think after you've started, you might have to do you might have to maybe just logging off will do the trick. I don't know. You could try that, but by logging off and rebooting, it definitely did a trick. So now we see a bunch of clouds. So I'm now going to show you how to set up a warp to one of these locations, even though you don't have an asteroid there. This one looks like my home base because I believe there's two pieces of debris there, junk that you can also loot. I never did that, so that's why that's showing up with a cloud. And we're going to go, let's go for this one because it's kind of close. You can do any of them. You just right click and then you click add custom orbit. It's going to start off really close to the planet, so it's all the orbits are going to go around pretty much the biggest object. When you click on the little circle, the green circle, now you're going to get these two diamond shapes. You want to drag the right one out, or whichever one lets you go, because one of them is going to stop. So here we're like, if I were to drag this one now, I can't drag it any further because it's being stopped by the other side. So you're going to have to keep going back and forth. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we change the disk to go to shift around the planet, so it's like going at a different angle. And that's basically the first coordinate, the first little slot here down at the bottom. And I'm going to go up because it's really the only, you can't go down, so you have to go, you have to raise it. So up on the mouse, dragging it at that number, sort of like how when you're trying to set the timer on the warp. It looks like now the field is cutting through, as you can see. So it's not directly in the middle, but now we need to shorten this a little bit. So let's go back. And that should be putting us partway through there. All we need to do is get close enough to do a local scan. So now that I have that touching it, I mean, I hope I'm making it look easy, but at the same time, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments and I'll explain everything I can to you. Now we want to try to get that circle because that's where you're actually going to warp to. So I'm going to use this fourth coordinate here to switch the circle around. It's also going to change the actual height. We got lucky there where one of the dots go right to that spot. Sometimes you might have to play with the size as well just to get everything to work, or you can even click on the circle and go like up and down on the mouse. But you see, like, as I go, here's me going up, and I'm going to keep going up, 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 and it reverses. So it's not perfect. So you're going to have to really play with the different settings. I'll show you what these other ones do. Like this one here, because they're both zero, they're going to be easy to fix. So this one kind of rotates it further away from the planet in a longer. So it's just changing the main, the first the first diamond that we clicked on, the right diamond, but it's trying. I think it's keeping the other diamond. Well, maybe not the access, but as you can see, it looks like a door opening or something like that. And then this one actually changes the disc going around that direction, whereas the first one had it going around the planet. I don't know, in a top-down motion. I just used the first one. I haven't really even used number two and three. I did use two a little bit at one point because something was just a little bit out of reach. Um, and the fourth one moves the circle. So does the fifth one. I'll show you here too. See, now I gotta hope I can get back to it. It's very sensitive, so it's tough. There we go. And the last one, let's play with this one a little bit. It's not letting me. So it's not letting me adjust it, and I can't even tell you what it does for sure, so we'll just leave that alone. Yeah, all the other ones work. All right, so now we got a target. So now let's click on the circle, right click that is. Now you'll see there's an option to remove the coordinate. Once you've warped somewhere, that green is going to stay there. You can actually just change, instead of building extra rotations and orbits and stuff, what you can do instead is use the same one and just move it around a little bit. It'll be a little, I think it's a little bit easier to move them around once you've got one there instead of creating extras. But once you've gotten all the ones you want in a location, you can just go ahead and remove the coordinate. But we're going to do warp drive. And as I explained the beginner one, we'll go through this again. You pick one of your warp coils or power supplies, and then we're going to go look at your activation time, and we see this is ticking down. Basically, this is when we're going to leave. So just to give me enough time, I'm going to raise it up to 2 minutes. So now I got time to play with the arrival time. We want to bring the arrival time down. I'm going to first start with the minutes, and now I'm going to go up from here. So now it's saying course. Okay, there we go. So 2 minutes. So basically, it's only going to take approximately, let's see, 25 seconds to get there. It's something like that. So, and then we're just going to click on initialize. Now we need to maneuver. So tab out. So tab, this brings you back to your main area. Press F to interact. Now we just need to maneuver. We know it's up here. The M just jumped around though, so maybe it's not up there anymore. Just trying to find that M. There's the thing we warped to. That looks like a cool intersection, by the way. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to do some warp. Trying to show you guys the advanced warping here. The FTL drive in action. Come on, there we go. So I just stabilized with the shift key. We got 44 seconds. And we're in there. I try to get center, but you don't need to get center. As soon as it's green, you're good. And now we're just waiting for the timer to get down to 4 seconds, and that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and do the warp, just because. And like I said, though, if you guys have any questions about anything I talked about here, the advanced flying, you know, setting up your orbit, flying here, and whatever. And if you have questions on other things too, feel free to ask. I keep forgetting that they added some sound effects to the warping now, so you gotta prepare for a loud little initialization, I guess. But if you have questions on any part of the game, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will gladly help out where I can. I've been playing since it came out. I've been having a lot of fun with the game. I got docking down pretty good, and I've even found one of the abandoned space stations before too. So let's see what we got here. It's not show. Oh, that's right. We didn't get anything yet. So we're going to switch over to. Now you rescan once you've gotten to the location. Let me go to the right thing. So now we rescan that we're here. And hopefully we'll see something right nearby. Bam. There we go. So there's a ship here, and we basically could warp there, and then we would find something. So that's it. I've already showed you guys how to do a regular warp, so that's pretty much the same thing. Just go back and do that, and you're set. So thanks for watching. Sarcoth Haven heading out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Take care. Thanks a lot.